Welcome to BVTV Sales and Marketing Today, coming to you from the UK studios of BizVision. I'm your host, Malcolm Gallagher. On August the 6th, not long ago, it was 30 years ago that the very first web page was published by Tim Berners-Lee as part of his World Wide Web project. Yes, just in 1991, a significant year, 1991, this digital phenomenon started, and wow, has it grown. What is often hard to get our head around is that it is the World Wide Web, and the operative word is world. Today, I want to give you special insight into how it is helping businesses in Africa grow their markets and customers. I'm taking you to Nigeria to meet a very experienced digital marketer. Let's say hello to Joseph Philip. Hello, Joseph.
Hi, Malcolm. I'm very pleased to be on this show today, and I'm glad to share my expertise and about Nigeria with everybody around the world. Thanks for having me.
I'm looking forward to chatting to you. And you know, in my opening piece, I said it was 1991, the first web page. But in 1991, you had a big change of capital there as well, didn't you? From Lagos, you pronounce it for me, to where?
Lagos.
Now, yeah.
Lagos.
And the new capital then in 1991 is? Your new capital?
Abuja right now.
Abuja, yeah.
Abuja.
I'm getting my pronunciation right. Yeah, I was looking at Nigeria, and I was amazed to find that it's 4 times the size of the UK, and that you've got a population of 201 million people there. That's phenomenal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a very well.
Viewers and listeners, I'll be talking to Joseph in 3 parts. First, I'll ask him about the state of digital marketing in Africa, well, especially in Nigeria, what works and what doesn't, and how the internet is used. For example, is it all mobile-based? In part 2, we move to talking about what type of digital marketing solutions Joseph's clients seek and how he goes about satisfying them. In other words, how you can get into Nigeria via Joseph. In part 3, we'll have a serious talk on his thoughts on the future of marketing, especially in Nigeria. The pandemic has changed many things. Conscious marketing is fast emerging. The internet is constantly changing. Does that mean that we need to change our business models if we want to target the continent of Africa? Joseph, before we get into our 3-part talk, can you please briefly introduce yourself to my viewers and listeners? Who is Joseph Philip, and what do you do for your clients?
I'm Joseph Philip, and basically I help coaches, consultants, and service professionals package the business of their expertise and help them make money. And basically I do this via having a consultation session with them, trying to find out where they are in their journey and helping them put everything together from scratch till they are able to scale up from the very minimum level until they get to the top tier of their business.
Yeah. I can see the steps behind you that you take people up from lead magnet upwards as well. Yeah. Joseph, let's start our talk in part 1. What's the state of digital marketing in Africa today? Well, especially in Nigeria. What works and what doesn't? And how is the internet used? For example, is it all mobile based?
All right. I'll first start with this news that happened either I think this year or last year. And it was a fintech application company that was bought by Stripe. We all know Stripe to be a digital payment platform all around the world. And it acquired Paystack, that's a fintech company in Nigeria here, for $200 million. It acquired Paystack for $200 million. And this does a whole lot to show that the market in Nigeria is very, very wide, is very, very big. And there are a whole lot of opportunities presently in the Nigerian market. And this goes to show that there are a whole lot of youths presently that are taking up business right here in Nigeria and taking it all over the world. For Stripe to come down to Nigeria and acquire Paystack actually says a whole lot about the digital marketing space in Nigeria, to be precise. And aside that, we also have so many other fintech companies growing up day by day. From time, we also have this company called Flutterwave. Flutterwave is also a payment application company, and recently they became a unicorn, having been valued over $1 billion.
Yeah.
And they started right here from Nigeria. So there's a lot of influx of so many businesses right here in Nigeria because, number one, because we have a very large population. And even before the advent of the internet, before the expansion of the internet around the world, Nigeria has always been a host to so many businesses, Lebanese, Indians, and what have you. There's a particular internet solutions company called Spectranet. I think it's owned by Indians, and there's a large market of the internet provision service that they manage in Nigeria. So we have so many businesses because we have a large population. And with the era of smartphones now, where everybody has access to the internet, there are a whole lot of services that people need. There's a particular company called OP. They came, it's a Chinese company. They came into Nigeria some years ago, and in one way or the other, they kind of revolutionized the internet space in Nigeria. And one of the things they did was to there's what we call the open news. I think it's opera news. There's a particular part whereby content creators in Nigeria can sign up to their platform and they write news and they publish on that platform. Then based on the clicks, the number of views, they are paid. So it's a win-win situation. You create content for us and we provide the avenue for people to get read those things. And at the end of the day, we pay you for the impressions, the clicks that you get from your content. So there's a very, very large market in Nigeria, and we the percentage of the population now of youth is around 60-something%, if I remember quite well. So it shows that there's a whole lot of internet penetration going on a daily basis. We have people who never, like some of us, like personally, me, I never grew up with the internet. No, it was around maybe when I was around 18, 19, and that's about 20 years ago. That's when I came across the internet. But now we have kids. We have 3 years, 4 years knowing all about the internet from scratch. We even have children around 9 years who are programmers right now in Nigeria. So it's a very big market, and it has a whole lot of opportunities for people around the world to come in. If they do their feasibility studies properly, the market is wide, and there's a whole lot of opportunities for people.
Excellent. Yeah, sounds very, very exciting indeed. Now, Joseph, before we move to part two, I'd like to remind viewers and listeners of a couple of things. First of all, your website URL, the main website, which is, now viewers, obviously you can see it on the screen behind me, but for listeners, let me spell that out for you. It's all the W's, www. I am Joseph Philip.com. Now, let me spell that out for you listeners. So you can do that. AM, Joseph, 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 and Philip has only one L in the middle. So it's Philip. So all the W's, I am josephphilip.com. Now, if you put a / after that and then newsletter, that's correct, isn't it, Joseph? / newsletter. Yes. You'll be able to sign up to Joseph's excellent newsletter and get to know a lot more about the marketing opportunities in this exciting state of Nigeria. Joseph, time for part two. Let's move to talking about what type of digital marketing solutions and services that your clients seek and how you go about satisfying their needs. Do most come to you with a clear strategy, or do you have to help them there also?
Basically, like I said at my introduction, what I basically do is to help clients, coaches, consultants package the expertise of their knowledge, package the business side. Because there's a whole lot of people that know about things, but they don't know how to sell. I was once like that. I actually started as a website designer around 2005, 2006. And it was not until around 2010 that I took it professionally. And I had a physical computer training school then. And it got to a time that I actually did not have clients. And that was when I began to take notice of putting things on the internet little by little. But I discovered there was a farming and feast cycle, a time when we have an what I basically began to do then was to do a whole lot of research about how to get more clients. And that was where it all started from. It was then I began to know about doing live videos on my social media channel. Then I was very much active on Facebook. And there was a time I did a 28-day live video challenge. I was doing 4 times a week. So I did this consecutively for 7 weeks. And this brought in a whole lot of clients to me, and it kind of opened my eyes and made me understand that there are a whole lot of clients out there if one really knows how to reach out to them. So when people come to me, consultants and coaches, I try to understand where they are in their journey. There are some that come without any form of clarity. And because I started from scratch, I have the understanding of how to help them with clarity. Because it took me a time before I was able to get my own elevator pitch. And over time, it's been evolving because of the things I've been doing. But many people, like, okay, for example, this is a typical question I ask when clients come to me. Who are your target customers? And sometimes most of the answers I get, everybody. And I tell them, no, it's not possible. You can't service everybody. Your business can't reach out to everybody. Who are the exact people? Then they kind of blank out. And that is why I now come in with helping them identify their customer avatar, their target audience, help them. There are a series of questions. Where do your target customers reside? Where do they congregate? What are the things they like? What are their vision? What are the things they dislike? What are their plans? And with that, we drop an ideal customer avatar. And we use forums such like Quora. Quora is a very, very good place to do that kind of customer insight research. And having that customer avatar now gives us a platform on which we can now do any marketing thing we want to do. Because without having a good understanding of that customer avatar, knowing the language, like I have come to understand that marketing is basically repeating what is going on in the minds of your ideal customers, telling them the things they've been telling them themselves, and put it in such a way that they see that they need this. And in understanding that, there are various stages of awareness of these clients, of these customers. There are some people that are problem aware, some people are solution aware, and there are some people who are basically unaware. And that's why this backdrop that I put here actually shows the different stages. One is the lead magnet. That's the freebie with which you attract them in exchange for their emails. Then from there, once you get your lead magnet, then you now build a continuous relationship with email marketing. I'm much more into email marketing these days because by the grace of God, I write, and I've been writing for a long time. But I began to understand that writing, if I'm able to learn it well, which I've been learning properly, there's a way I can write that will actually attract my target audience. And this is where so many people make mistakes. Some people have email lists. Some coaches have email lists, but they are not making any kind of, number one, they are not bonding with their email list. Most times they just throw offers at their email list. Sign up for this program. I'm organizing this. No, it doesn't work that way. Nobody likes to be sold to. So then the approach is building value, giving out valuable content. I'm a fan of Ben Settle, or a student of Ben Settle. Ben Settle is one of the world's most renowned email copywriter. And there's something he calls infotainment in his email marketing. And it's about fusing information with entertainment. Fusing information with entertainment. And this is where so many people don't kind of get it. They just write anything that just comes to mind. And from creating content for their emails is not hard. One of the major ways through which I do that for myself and for some clients I work with is sharing personal stories. People want to know if you're authentic. They want to relate with that human side of you. It makes it easier for you to sell whatever it is you sell to them. There's this particular copywriter online. His name is Justin Goff. Justin Goff basically just shares information about his personal life. And at the end of the day, he sells copywriting masterminds for as much as $1,200 or $2,000 if I remember, $2,000. And we have many people, he shares his results with us, and he has many people who sign up for it. It's a 2.5-day event. He's holding one, I think, next month or thereabout, at the end of this month. What he does is just share personal stories, things that has worked for him. And sometimes he organizes, he sets up webinars and people come on, they ask questions. So this is where so many coaches come missing. Those that already have email lists, they don't have what it takes to bond, to create that bonding. So when people like this come to me, I help them. I have a session with them. I find out what has been working for you in the past, or what have you done. Then from where they are, okay, then what next do you want to do? Then I help them do that. Then finally, there's another set of people who have, maybe they've made sales, they've been able to get clients, but the thing is, the question they ask is, what next? What is the next thing that they can do? And this is where this thing at the background is called the value ladder concept, from where the lead magnets, then you have the initial offer, that's the minimum viable product, a low price product that can help you get buyers. And sometimes it's very much possible to skip that first part and start from the initial offer. The two are the things that I have personally done in business. I have an email list of people who got into my newsletter for, maybe they got a freebie. Then I have a list of buyers, people who bought my low price products. So if people pay you the first time, there's a higher probability that they are going to pay you for the next level of value or product that you have. So these are three kinds of clients that come, and by the grace of God, I have what it takes to help them at any stage.
And as you're taking them up the ladder or down the funnel, whichever way you want to look at it, then I think what's happening is that people are gaining more trust with you as they go through each stage, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's important. Thanks, Joseph. Now, for part 3, let's have a serious talk on your thoughts on the future of marketing in Nigeria. Let's leave Africa aside at the moment, but focus upon Nigeria. It's a big enough country for us to go for. Now, many companies see the continent of Africa as a fast emerging market they would like to be in. But let's drill down and help them, those that are watching it and thinking, how can Joseph help us get into and be strong in Nigeria? However, the pandemic has changed many things. Conscious marketing is fast emerging. Climate change must be considered. The internet is constantly changing. Political changes. Does that mean we need to change our business model if we want to target Nigeria?
All right. Just like you rightly said, the pandemic has changed business models around the world. And remote work now is booming. And we have so many Nigerians here because we have so many talent when it comes to tech in Nigeria here. So many tech talents who work with Microsoft, with Google, right from the comfort of their own homes. We have so many other companies who are looking down into the Nigerian market and trying to source out talents for their companies. And this particular time is a very good time to source for Nigerian talent all around the world because we have what it takes. Especially if you go to Twitter, my Twitter handle is J Philip Coaching. On Twitter, there are so many people who share their experience with us as regards to remote work. And because of this, a whole lot of people now are more interested in tech, in the mobile application space, in anything that has to do with tech, even health tech. There's even that's telemedicine. This is by this is also gaining ground. This and a viable industry that would be investors can look in. Telemedicine is just picking up. The fintech has picked up, and we are having a whole lot of. But telemedicine is gradually picking up because I read a whole lot of stories online, a lot of stuff, and I know this is one area that whoever wants to invest in can actually do a whole lot. And then I came into Nigeria some years ago, and they helped with because here in Nigeria, our economy is not all that strong. That's the reality. It's not all that strong. So they did a program whereby they trained people, and whenever those people got jobs, I think they were paying them back. If I remember the structure of that program very well, I stand to be corrected though. But this actually helped expose the Nigerian tech people to industries around the world. And so if you want to actually invest in Nigeria or you want to get people, there are some people, there are some organizations, they have online schools Udacity is one. They have online schools where they give people free opportunity to learn. And from the results of from people who are able to do well, they place them in companies that need such talents. So the Nigerian market is very, very big. Like I said initially that we have 5-year-olds, 7-year-olds now, programmers right here in Nigeria now. And so it's a very big industry. The digital marketing space is very big. Let me tell you how big it is. As regards Bitcoin, I think Nigeria is the second country that is engaged in Bitcoin transactions around the world. That's as regards what I read last week. Because even Jack, the founder of Twitter, also made a comment about that. I think 32% of those who are internet savvy in Nigeria make use of Bitcoin, and that's a very huge percentage of. And this actually came into be because last year there was a protest called NSAS. SARS is Special Anti-Robbery Squad. Special Anti-Robbery Squad. It's a section of the police force that takes care of or anything that has to do with robbery. But over time, they've evolved from doing actually what they were meant to do to actually doing what they were not meant to do. So there were a whole lot of killings and a whole lot of stuff. So it got to a time that the youth began to protest, and that was why the NSAS was actually created. It was a tag on. It was it was a hashtag on Twitter, and to the extent that even Jack will give us an icon for it. It was a hashtag, and when the government now, because everything about that protest was organized on Twitter. It was organized, the gathering of, and it was not just in one place. It was almost nationwide. Almost nationwide, especially we had in Abuja, the capital, we had in Lagos, we had people in Delta, in the Southwest, Southeast, apart from the northern states who are implementing Sharia and who are a bit different from the mindset of people down here in the middle belt and south here in Nigeria. Is actually that protest actually shook the government to its foundations. It shook the government. And so that's how powerful the social media space in Nigeria. That it even got a time that bank donations were stopped. And so every other donation was made via Bitcoin. And Jack even supported and said, okay, there was a particular organization called FEMCO. They were in charge of the donations, the logistics, a whole lot of things, basically. So the government saw it as maybe raising up another government to challenge them. And so this brought a whole lot of stuff. And until I think some months now, about 2 months now, Twitter was actually banned in Nigeria. It's still being banned here, but we only access it via VPN. So what I'm trying to point out is that the internet space, the mobile space, the tech space in Nigeria is very wide. And because number one, we are having more people who are internet savvy now. We are having more people who are connected around the world. We're having more people who do remote work right here from Nigeria and are ready to take up this message around the world. So for any investor who's looking at coming into Nigeria, I want to tell you that you have a whole lot of opportunities, provided you go through the legal framework on ground and you're able to sort. There's a whole lot of talent. There are talents springing up every day. So Nigeria is a fertile ground for any investor who wants to come in. It's a booming society with youths who are ready to take Nigeria from here to the entire world, and to also help any investor grow their business. So that's
brilliant. Yeah, that sounds extremely exciting, and I particularly think that you are the man to help people get into Nigeria. In this new and altered world, it is the job of every business leader not just to look for new markets, but also to understand the culture of that new market. I trust you agree that Joseph Phillip has given us excellent insight into his home country of fast-growing Nigeria. Thanks, Joseph.
You're welcome.